I have the privilege of having on stage real allies. We just heard from Hungary, who are such incredible allies in Europe, but we have incredible allies in Latin America. And these wonderful ambassadors here on stage are not just Israel's allies, but they've become great friends and great friends of Jerusalem. So I welcome them all. Okay, so I'm going to start with Panama over there, only because, you know, we're good friends already.
I'm waiting for your mofleta.
Yes, my mofletas you already ate. And I have to say that they're a little bit upset because I'm a Spanish speaker. And the question was, why can't we have this whole thing in Spanish? But then I said there'd be 5 people here. So whatever we have left, we're going to do it in English. And I promise the ambassadors, if there's something heartfelt they want to say in their native language, I will happily translate. So that's the deal we made. Ezra Cohen, you are the Panama ambassador. You live in Jerusalem, even though the embassy is in Tel Aviv, but you know, we're working on that. But Panama was one of the first countries to recognize the state of Israel in 1948. I think they started on the cocktails. Panama was one of the first countries to recognize the state of Israel in 1948. How has this historic bond evolved over the decades?
Well, thank you very much, Fleur. When you build a building, it is very important the foundation. And the foundation started with the recognition in 1948. Then also, I'll share with you a secret. The Israeli Air Force started off in Panama. It was a Panamanian company. 3 planes came out of Panama. Those were the 3 planes. And then we continue supporting Israel from day one. So today, we have a solid building, a solid foundation, and that it will last forever. So that's why today we have so many things in common. Even though we are 2 little tiny countries, we share many things in common, and we share a lot of cooperation together.
What type of corporations, Ambassador?
For example, we have a crisis in water management. We have Professor Elo Nadar, who has spent 1 year, sabbatical year in Panama, to help us deal with the water situation. We have cybersecurity issues. Then today we represent cybertech. For the 7th year, we're the hosts of cybertech for Latin America in Panama, and so on.
So you're the hub of cybertech in Panama.
In Latin America.
In Latin America is Panama.
Yes.
And this is knowledge you share with Israel and innovation that you share with Israel. Incredible. Alejandro Ruben Zimmerman, you're the ambassador of Paraguay. And Paraguay just moved their embassy to Jerusalem in January. And at the same time, we hosted and we welcomed your president who came to Jerusalem for the opening of the embassy in Jerusalem. So I'd like to ask you, Alejandro, you've done an incredible thing, but what was the main motivator, do you think, for Paraguay's historic decision?
The truth and values. This motivation, yeah. First of all, thank you for inviting me. It's an honor to represent now Paraguay here. Why I say this? Because before that I became an ambassador of Paraguay, I was the honorary consul of Israel in Paraguay.
Oh my God, so you've done this 2 ways now.
Yeah. For 10 years, I served a part of this without embassy. And then I was a kind of ambassador of Israel in Paraguay. And if you allow me, I want to tell about a little story about me, but no, it's not because I need to talk by myself, but because the relation makes sense. In that period, Israel nominated me 2013. When when I came to Israel in that period, and I said, I am the honorary consul of Israel in Paraguay, the Israeli told me, where is Paraguay? And it's a painful, yes, because Paraguay maybe is a big friend of Israel. We support Israel in all international forums. But when I came here in January 23, something changed. The Israeli people start to ask me about the position of Paraguay with Israel. And I am Jew. I have chutzpah. And I say, Google it. Paraguay is one of the... Israel have a few countries that support like Paraguay, Argentina.
Yes.
In the international forums, you can see the vote in the UN.
Yeah.
Paraguay is there.
Yeah.
Even if just 4 countries vote for Israel, Paraguay is there.
Paraguay has always been there voting for Israel.
Yes. But now something changed. When we moved the embassy to Jerusalem, today the Israeli people told me, thank you. And this is a great feeling that I can say.
We're very, very grateful to Paraguay. And little known fact, we actually import a lot of meat from Paraguay, almost, or maybe more, the level of Argentinian meat. Not quite, but it's going to get there. And that brings me to our friends from Argentina, who, of course, the election of President Milei has done a real U-turn in the relations between Argentina and Israel. And we have the wonderful Shimon, Rabbi Shimon Axel Wahnish, as his ambassador. And he also lives in Jerusalem, and please God, very soon we'll also see the moving of the embassy as President Milei announced. But for the moment, Ambassador, what specific initiatives or projects do you believe will be key in the driver of growth between the cooperation between our wonderful nations?
We have falafel from Paraguay.
Falafel?
Yes. And shawarma from Argentina.
Shawarma from Argentina, okay. Yes. Next year you can cater the JNS conference, okay?
They want to eat, so.
That's right.
I think we are living in an historical moment between Argentina and Israel. It was something, a unique thing. It's the first time that Argentinian President Javier Milei says, our best friend is Israel. And also United States, but it's okay.
We get it, it's okay.
Yes, we can. And he told me, and in every occasion he can say it, he says, it's not about a relationship, a partnership relationship, about who wins, I give you something, you give me something. It's about friends, like values of freedom and democracy. And you know, there were a lady in Argentina, a former president, that she signed a memorandum with Iran. Yeah. After the 2 bombs of Hezbollah, Hamas, and Iran put in Argentina, this lady signed a memorandum with Iran, and that's a mark, like a black mark for all the Argentinians. So I told the President Milei, let's do the same, but with the correct country. So in 1 month, he's coming here in June, and we are going to sign a memorandum of freedom and democracy against terrorism and anti-Semitism between President Milei and Prime Minister Netanyahu. And I think it's going to be an historic
That's amazing. We very much look forward to having, again, because he came last year. He was the first country that President Milei visited after he was elected. The first foreign country, I think, was Israel. And we look forward to having him again with your leadership.
But it's going to be just the beginning.
Okay. What can we look forward to?
Oh. Did you like the Abraham Accords?
Yes.
Okay. Who was the son of Abraham?
Who was the son?
The son.
He had a couple.
the more Yitzhak.
Isaac.
Yitzhak. So President Milei, when he went to Davos, he started the speech, the West is in danger. So now I want to tell you, Latin America, it's a little bit in danger. And we have the responsibility to take care of this. So my dream is to start the Yitzhak Accords between Israel and many countries from Latin America.
Beautiful. Now that's a headline.
And maybe you can, yes?
They'll all sign up. Maybe one day they'll name an accord after one of our foremothers. I live in hope. All right. Now, the second country after the United States announced under the first administration of President Trump that they were moving the embassy to Jerusalem, the second country to say we're in as well was Guatemala. And I have here the incredible Ambassador Atzum Arévalo, who does such incredible work. And I have to say that the ambassadors of the city of Jerusalem, the ambassadors who are in the city of Jerusalem, are also very much a part of the fabric of the city of Jerusalem. They come to events. They're very much part of our life in Jerusalem, as are you, Ambassador. So I'd like to ask you, as that country that made that very brave move, I always say the domino effect is actually not started by the first piece. It's actually started by the second piece. So my question to you, what were the main diplomatic, the motivation for Guatemala to take such a brave step when it was the United States who had announced, but you went right in there? Why?
Okay, thank you for inviting me. It's an honor to be here. But I don't know, but we have historic relationship with Israel. This history came from 1947, but this was not the first try to move our embassy to Jerusalem. In the 1994, the president of Guatemala called to make a note for in this moment the Minister for Foreign, Shimon, and he want to move the embassy here, but in this moment we can't move. But it's the feel of all the Guatemalan people to stay here in Jerusalem. That's why in 2018 we have many reasons to be here, and I think U.S. is the example. Was the first, and you say Guatemala was the second, because it's the opportunity, because all the Guatemalan people recognizing this Holy Land, and this the city of Israel, called Jerusalem. That's why.
Well, God bless you. Guatemala are an incredibly God-fearing country. And I've been there, and everybody has this incredible feeling towards Israel, but it's still not simple. So what we see here are the representatives of 4 countries that are standing strong in what can be a very negative wave in Latin America against Israel. So in front of you, we have our allies in Latin America and the people really standing strong for the state of Israel. Maybe one last word from each of you. The year ahead, one sentence of what we should be expecting from our relationship.
With Israel and Panama?
Yes.
First of all, I'm working very hard on a direct flight, even though
yes,
Axel will not like it, but And we're selling not Panama, we're selling the hub of the Americas. So any plane that will come directly from Israel to Panama will connect all of the Americas. So
that's wonderful. So then we can hop over to Paraguay as well.
That's one. Okay. Secondly, we are working on centers of excellence of agriculture, which we already have two, and we're planning to increment. Third, we are looking to increase cybersecurity and also security in all areas. And then continue strengthening the relationship between two countries. I've seen in the last 6 months that I've been here, this is an amazing country. And we have to learn so much of Israel. As I say, in Panama, we have the needs. Here, there are the solutions. Now our job is to take the solutions back to Panama.
Amazing. We look forward to doing that. Alejandro, maybe a little bit of what the year ahead, what you're going to be doing.
Those look Paraguay are surprised, and thus who invest in Paraguay grow. We want to build together we will to build together a future with the Israeli people. But I can ask something for you.
Sure.
Recently, during the International Congress against anti-Semitism, the President Carter came here and said 2 sentences that I like a lot, and I want you, because you have a very good English,
to translate?
No, translate, to say.
To say it, all right.
The first and the second sentence.
Where are we? First, this is what your president said.
Former President Carter.
Former president. Israel does not need the world to tell it where its capital is. Israel knows where its heart is. And those of us who defend the truth know it too. God bless him. And the second sentence, when people try to deny Jerusalem as Israel's capital, when they tell the only Jewish state in the world that it cannot choose where to put its government, when they demand from Israel what is never demanded from any other country, that is not diplomacy, that is anti-Semitism. Well, thank you. Now we know why Paraguay is such a good friend. Rabbi, Ambassador, the year ahead, another flight directly to Argentina, perhaps?
We are going to announce it in the next 2 months, I think.
Wonderful. It would save me a lot of time.
Sorry.
It's healthy competition is a good thing.
1 week.
What?
We are going to move the embassy here to Jerusalem.
God bless you. Yes. You heard it here first.
It's not my decision. It's the decision of the President Javier Milei. So we are going to do it. We are going to open the direct flight. And I think the question is not what we are doing. I think the question is what you and every of you are doing, because here we have a unique opportunity, historical opportunity. So it's about everyone. What are we going to do with this new opportunity?
Well, thank you. And you're 100% correct. And in my position as a special envoy for trade and innovation, I will make myself available to anything Argentina wants from the State of Israel. We'll work on this together. Ambassador, the year ahead, Guatemala, Israel, what do you see coming? What are we going to be working on?
Okay. I think we have many things to do, but we started with the TLC, Tratado Libre Comercio.
A free trade agreement.
Okay, these start in March, the 1st March, the last year, in 2023. We can do many things, but we have many things to do together because we want and we need to we need to work together. That's why, because it's in our heart to work with Israel and all the Israeli people.
Believe me, we feel the love from Guatemala, and I know that they're also bringing in excellent Guatemalan coffee to our supermarkets, so watch out for Guatemalan coffee. It is my privilege to have these wonderful representatives of their country on stage. God bless you all. God bless your countries. Thank you so much.